Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is MaximumDonut and you're watching some Dark Souls PvP. This is my very first full-length Dark Souls PvP video, full-length meaning about 10-15 minutes, and this is my main PvP character at the moment. It's called Turtle. It's a Chaos Estoc with a shield user, and its main stats were put into Vitality as well as Endurance and a splash of Faith just for Wrath of Gods, although admittedly I haven't been using Wrath of Gods that much, mainly because I do find it just a little bit cheap. I do try to just use melee combat as much as possible. Just to give you guys an idea of what I'm going to be doing in these videos, there'll be mostly videos of wins and losses. I won't be posting every single fight that I do in any given session because, as most people who do a lot of Dark Souls PvP would know, an integral part of any session, any Dark Souls PvP session, will be getting 3v1 gangbanged, or just people going for just backstab fishing over and over again, and that's not really that interesting, so I'm not going to include that too much in my videos. I include this guy because his build is actually really awesome. He's using the King Jeremiah's hood, that ridiculous looking hood thing, and he's also using claws in both his hands as well as using the Dark Moon Blade buff. And it just looks so ridiculous, but it's so awesome. He did go for a backstab because, well, with fist weapons you pretty much have to win. But that is absolutely fine with me. I think that using low damage weapons, if you're just going for backstabs, then I'm perfectly willing to accept that. Alright, so this guy's using the Blood Shield, and he's using the Black Knight Great Axe as well, but he's using a very low poise build. And I include this one because I thought that it was a very good example of me using spacing well. And I think I'll talk about spacing just a little bit later on in the video. Alright, so in these videos I do plan on talking about my tactics and strategies in the videos as well, but I did want to mention just one thing briefly before I get started on that. Basically, this specific character, this turtling PvP character, is actually not my only PvP character. I have sort of quite a number of them. I've been using this one mainly to train up my PvP skills. This isn't going to be exclusively what I post on this channel. I do recognize that using a rapier with a hornet ring and things can be a little bit cheesy at times. And even though there is quite a lot of cheese in this game, I mean, I do try and hold myself to a little bit higher a standard than just absolutely cheesing. For example, like this guy, you know, who just goes straight for the BS at the beginning of the match without bowing, without giving me an opportunity to set up, and that's just sort of bad manners. So you know, I just go ahead and backstab him. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that I will not be going for BS or backstabbing. For anyone who doesn't know what BS stands for, I won't be going for backstabs just over and over again in my videos. It's just, like, that kind of play gets really old really fast. So I'll try my best to keep the combat fair between myself and the opposing player. And I'll try to keep the duels as honorable as possible. The only times I'll ever taunt, and the only times I'll ever be dishonorable in a fight, is if they've done something to me to begin with. So they attack while I'm bowing, they attack just as I'm entering the world, they use Tranquil Walk of Peace, other just sort of bad etiquette things. One more thing that I did want to mention is that I am by no means, not even by a long ass shot, really good PvP player in Dark Souls. I recognize that I have a lot of flaws in my playstyle, and yeah, I would say that at best I'm a really average player, and so you know, any sort of experienced Dark Souls PvPer who's watching this will sort of know that. And I hope you guys will forgive me just for being not a complete noob, but not like super pro and posting, you know, sort of very average gameplays onto YouTube. But anyway, this is something that I've wanted to do for quite a long time. Post my gameplay onto YouTube, and hopefully, you know, you guys will get some sort of entertainment out of it. Regardless, yeah, etiquette in Dark Souls PvP is something I'll talk about a little bit later. I did want to get sort of one opinion from anyone who is watching, anyone who is watching and wants to voice their opinion. What should I do against players like this? So this guy I played against a little bit before, and basically as I was attacking, he would just rotate. He'd do a pivot backstab. Basically, he'd hit me once, and then he'd pivot around, and then go for a BS basically. So am I within my rights just to go for the BS against this guy? I mean, you know, he's fighting sort of fairly honorably. I mean, he's not poise stacking to a great deal, but then he is sort of very often going for the backstab. So I mean, I don't really know. This match went on for a lot longer than the previous match did, because he didn't just go straight for the backstab. But then it sort of occurs to me as the match went on, the chips sort of started getting lower. He just goes straight for the backstab. You know, doesn't even bother to try and attack me or try and get a dead angle, trying to get, you know, different angles of attack. He just goes straight for the backstab. So I'd like to get your opinion on what exactly I should do against players like that. Yeah, again, I prefer not to just go straight for BSs, but you know, anyway, regardless, I mean, he's not a bad player. I mean, you know, props to him. He does what he needs to do to win. And you know, if he wants to play in that fashion, then absolutely, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. Alright, so this is I'm going to start talking about the sort of tactics and the builds and everything now. This guy's using a grass crest shield with a Mask of the Father, and he's using dark armor. And I believe he's using an Uchigatana because that blade doesn't seem quite long enough to be a washing pole. It is quite difficult for me to tell sometimes, because buffed weapons actually all look quite similar. Alright, let me explain, like preempt anyone's sort of opinions on what I'm doing here. In that particular scenario, he was just parrying really hard, just going for parries over and over again. And the only really safe way for me to attack someone who's doing that using a rapier, because it's such low damage anyway, is just to get dead angles off on him, I suppose, or like get far enough to the side of him that he can't actually parry me. And so really the only effective way for me to attack him is to either go for a BS or go for like a side attack, like a dead angle. And so that's my justification of what I was doing in that scenario. And yeah, unfortunately I did get a BS, a backstab off on him while he was rolling forwards, and yeah, I apologize for that. Yeah, I think that backstabbing when, you know, the opponent is doing something stupid or is, you know, asking to be punished, I think that's fine. But yeah, the rolling right directly into me, that does leave you open for backstab, I suppose. Anyway, this guy attacks me while I was bowing, so as I said before, anyone who attacks me while I'm bowing will receive no mercy from me at all. Otherwise, he's using a Gravelord Greatsword, I'm not sure, and he's using an Iron Shield with full Havel set. And there I just get stun-locked Absolute Oblivion, but he makes the mistake of doing his wild running attack, and so I'm able to kill him with the Bandit's Knife Hornet Ring backstab. Again, backstabs, I do apologize. Alright, in this video I changed it up a little, in these past few clips I think I changed it up a little bit. I'm using the Mask of the Child and the Grass Crest Shield for increased stamina regeneration. So my stamina basically just returns instantly. It's very, very quick. This guy I think is using a very low poise armor set, and he's using the Life Hunt Scythe, I believe. Although he does switch between that and a rapier. So you can tell that he's a very low poise build because when I hit him with my Chaos Washing Pole, he sort of gets knocked back, and it's actually a very... this weapon doesn't poise break very easily, so... so he's going for parries, but unfortunately against katanas, parrying is quite difficult, so yeah, unfortunately I did... I think I played that weapon to its advantages. I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, so I'm just standing by the pillar just to make sure that it's not going to be another 3v1 gangbang. And actually, there were quite a few in the last few sessions. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just hit stints of having like 5 or 6 invasions where I just get 2v1, 3v1 in a row, and yeah, it sort of makes me lose faith in the Dark Souls community just a little bit, but yeah. So this guy is using... oh man, I can't remember. It's I can't actually remember at all. It's the Demon Great Hammer or something like that. With a full paladin set, and he didn't do anything to cheese me, so I will bow, but he was flasking, so I did go for the BS, and I think that BSing someone when they're flasking, or if they're trying to flask, is perfectly justified. Anyway, that's the end of the video, sort of video proper. This is just the sort of, I suppose you can call it like a bonus clip. And basically, I think I'll try and put at least one of these at the end of each of my videos. And this is basically my honor duel of the session, I suppose, which will feature, you know, either well, basically in general feature 2v1s or 3v1s where I either win or maybe I'll lose, but I do something interesting. I'm not sure. I'll just tell you about this one. I mean, basically, I do wind up winning this one, and I win it by because the other guy was a bit of an idiot. He used Iron Flesh, which put him way behind his Phantom. Which let me get a Lloyd's Talisman off on his Phantom, and then it's just a matter of going for backstabs over and over again, basically. I don't think that these are particularly entertaining, so if you guys wanted to skip this part of the video, then by all means go ahead. As always, I really appreciate anyone who comes and watches my videos, and thank you for any support that you'd like to give me in my Dark Souls PvPing endeavors. As I said before, I am not the best PvP player at the moment, and I am hoping to improve my skills in the future. If anyone wants to duel me, please let me know in the comments, or you can private message me. And I'll try to accommodate as many people as I can. And of course, as always, any feedback is going to be greatly appreciated. The few people that have commented on my videos before, I have tried to accommodate them as best I could. So in terms of improving the quality of my videos, as well as trying out, you know, as well as using different weapons besides the Estoc. And in my next few videos, I'll be using different weapons as well. And if I have any consistent builds, then I will show the actual build of those characters. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.